where are we in terms of your level of confidence that as we open the country, we will not get in trouble and be right back to where we were? Because not that much has really changed in terms of masks, in terms of contact tracing, in terms of testing. So are you confident right now?
Well, the polls show that the American people are wiser than anyone, overwhelmingly. 6 to 1, 7 to 1, they say that we should not go out there any sooner than ready, and that we should not end the social distancing because of the risk involved to their health. Even though we operate in 3 categories. 1, the lives of the American people. 2, the livelihood of the American people. Not in any particular order, but lives come first. And then 3rd, the life of our democracy. So as we go forward, all of these are connected. All of these are connected, and the people's will to say, I don't want to go out there until I feel some confidence. Because if you go out there, you bring home what you bring back to your family and your children. So science, science, science. Again, we have to have a calibration. Has to be factually based, scientifically evidence-based as to what the prospect is of opening up certain businesses and the rest. But we have to be very careful because we're going to waste the investment we've already made and keeping people safe at home, home shelter, whatever you want to call it. And again, as we engage in distant learning, telemedicine, buying things online and all the rest, we have to also respect that there are many people who are risking their lives to save lives, and their jobs may be lost if we don't do the state and local. That is essential to both the lives, the livelihood, and the life of our democracy.
Madam Speaker, as I listen to the changes that you're talking about, telemedicine, study at home, I think, okay, we're in a world where people who are wealthy, people who have jobs, contracts, they can stay at home. I see another world. I see the possibility of 2 societies developing. Society that has to be out there every day, in the masses, subways, risking themselves. And then this other group of people who are safe at home with all sorts of computers, very rich, a society that is not what you and I want to see. How do we prevent that?
Well, let us do it all together. This is a moment of truth for our country about who we are. What is the humanity of America? We wanted to support the small businesses. They are the vitality of our economy, the dreams that people have, the entrepreneurship, the risk they're willing to take for an idea. And so that's why we all gathered and wrote the PPP for that, so that we can try to reach as many people as possible for their jobs and their businesses. But that was not being done in a way that reached the underbanked and the rest to address your disparity issues. And in our second bill, we were very proud to be able to do that as we increased funding for hospitals and testing essential to how soon we can open up. But if you gave everyone in America, every child in America, a laptop, he or she may still not have access, or seniors or anyone, but think about the kids in school and the rest, if they don't have service. So one of the things we'd like to see as we go forward is that we will have funding for broadband, always on, high speed, all over America. Because kids now, even if they have a laptop, they can't even go to a library or a school or a cafe or any place in order to have access to the network. So that is that digital divide is now becoming a digital chasm, and we have to really address that. So there are many disparities, whether it's access to testing and health care that would go with that, whether it's access to credit, which is what we try to correct in the other bill, whether it's access to the internet, which is our means of communication, and also if it's respect for the Postal Service, which is for many of these people, and especially largely in rural areas as well as urban, how they get their medicines or their products that they've ordered and the rest. So we have to understand what connects us as a country, what unifies as a country. And I'm very confident that when people realize the assault that this has made, not only on the health the lives of the people and the livelihood of the people, but to the sense of community of who we are as a country, we'll have an opportunity to do something working together, recognizing the role that every aspect of our society plays in it, the public sector, the private sector, et cetera. The public sector, when we do our bills, state and local, that really means honor our heroes, our healthcare workers, our first responders, our trans people, our food delivery services, food providers in every way, postal service, the list goes on and on.